Hey, good morning, good morning. What's going on, snipers? Hope everyone had a good weekend. Guys, first things first, obviously in the description box. One thing you can see is, guys, we're not licensed financial advisors. Okay, kind of states on every single call. What we're providing is free technical and fundamental analysis. So if you've never traded before or have questions about it, obviously talk to a financial advisor just to be on the safe side. But now that's been said, you can see now, guys, that we are on gold on the daily. Okay, let's see how it's been the last few days. All right, obviously we had a weekend, but you can see, guys, on October 13th, very bullish here. Okay, held at the 200. All right, leading into the 14th, 15th, huge sell off, guys. We were part of this. All right, this was on Friday, October 15th. Okay, and then now we're opening up October 18th. Ron had a nice weekly analysis session last night. If you guys watched it, awesome. If you guys didn't, make sure to check it out, okay? Give a lot of good insight to what the market could go to in terms of key levels. So, and if you guys are using your alert system, it's very important that, you know what I mean, you have those on going throughout the week, day, hourly, whichever one you like, okay? So guys, it is currently 7:58. All right, at 8:30, 8:45, I think we're going to get another nice move on gold. All right, guys in our group, I can tell you've been trading in the morning. It was really good so far. So let's see if we can get that continuation. All right, so obviously on gold, I've been using this demand zone for quite some time. All right, in terms of like last week, previous weeks. So when you're drawing this, make sure that you are color coding it properly to your demand and supply areas. Okay, so you can see all these bottom wicks have made nice support, bouncing out of demand, and now we're starting to make our way at the 200 and we're getting rejected. Okay, so you can see that we've also have another supply area right around key rejecting was 1800. You can see right there at the crosshair, if you look to the side on the right, you can see around 1800 is where we got rejected, and then ever since then we've been very bearish. Okay, so if we're going to draw some supply, you can do it right across there, and the reason I'm doing it just to show you, all right, a little bit higher of a zone, but you can see from over to the left, guys, September 8th, key wicks getting rejected, a lot of resistance coming out of this supply area. Okay, so make sure that you're changing the color of this as well, just because, like I said, gold does move fast and you just want to be color coded so you don't make any little mistakes. All right, guys, it's 8 o'clock a.m. here. I know there's everyone around the world is a little different. All right, so just keep that in mind. You can see now that where we've made some resistance also is around 1771.8, 1772 area. Okay, so when we dive in here, you can really start to see these candles in terms of the wicks where they're getting rejected. 1772. I'm going to change this to white. All right, it's how we've been doing this pretty much since last week, so I want to keep the continuation going, and anything under hourly will be baby blue. Okay, so you can see now that with this big bearish candlestick, we are continuing the trend. Okay, and we're going to see now if we can maybe fill this bottom wick here, or if we're going to start holding resistance and start holding support roughly right around here, which is the bottom and top of these candles. Okay, so we also have a key resistance right around this area right here, 1758. Okay, you can see 1758. All right, is the bottom of this very bullish candlestick, ignited candle right there. Okay, so we have our key areas now for trapped and gap and current price. All right, I want to break this one down from the daily into the 4 hour. Okay, so what we're going to do is drop it down from a daily time frame to 4 hour. All right, and now you can see that the daily broke down into many different candles, which was that single bearish candlestick, and now we just want to make sure we're tightening everything up. Okay, and guys, if you have any questions, I'll get to it. I just want to make sure that we get everything charted beforehand. But you can see we had a break. Okay, nice sell off here, a retest at the 200. All right, you can see that the previous resistance line is hovering exactly at the 200 the way we drew it on the daily. All right, held. Okay, and now it's starting to sell off. Okay, so we definitely know that there's key resistance right here as well, 1768.84. All right, And then you can see that with these continuation candlesticks, they're continuing to make lower lows. Okay, so lower high, lower low. It's going to make, we'll see if it's make a little lower high. We're going to continue to make a lower low and get to that 1758 area. If not, we might find some support here. As you can tell, right across the board, it was consolidative area, and then we might make a bounce. So it's in a pretty key area right now where it could either push or pull depending on what's going on. There's not much news today. Okay, so if you can check this October 18th, there's no news. There's about Canadian news, just a normal folder at about 8:30, and then 9:15. Okay, it's really important for you to understand there's an orange folder right here. All right, so maybe not be in any trade. Like I said, we'll be going live through this, so just keep in mind that there is a USD industrial production folder at 9:15. Okay. All right. So, and then similarly, if we're getting some nice little bounce area right here, you can see from this previous wick that we had a nice retest here, tried to push up and was rejected yet again. Okay, so I'm going to wait and drop this to the hourly, but for right now, I am liking the bottom of this current wick right here for finding some other support. We know that there is good support right at around 1756.5, which is here too, so we can gather this information. As you can tell, we're starting to come in this area, so we really want to know where the key points are in terms of support and resistance. All right, just so you can understand the areas that we could be potentially trading within. Okay, so from the 4-hour down to the hourly, you can start to see that tighten everything up here, bottom wick. All right, right there is the key area, and then we have these bottom wicks right here. Not too much of a zone. If you can see from this area to this area, although it is hourly, you know what I mean, you're looking at maybe 15 pips. Okay, and then from this zone to this zone, in terms of wick to wick, wick to wick, you're looking at maybe 20 pips. Okay, so keep this in mind. Gold is starting to make a run here. All right, we found some good support here. Okay, if you can't see this, guys, this is gold in the hourly. Always look in the back. I put this on here for everyone so they can start to see. Okay, and we've also made a nice little area right here in terms of support. I will change this to neutral because it's just a bunch of wick. All right, okay, so gold is having some ignited power right here. It's 804. You can see it starting to push up. This is on the hourly. All right, keep this in mind. Key support and resistance. With this area right here, it's acting as resistance. Okay, it bounced off support. All right, so it's a lot of ignited power starting to come here. There's a lot of buyers starting to push to the upside. There's still about 55 minutes left because, like I said, this new hourly candle just opened. All right, so we're going to chart US 30 as well. No problem there. Just make sure that we're getting everything done in terms of gold. All right, because I know there's a lot of gold diggers here. So, all right, then we want to tighten this up right here. 1772. Okay. Perfect, guys. So you can see gold is very bullish coming out of this area right here. All right, roughly in 1761.50, and it's starting to make some ignited power. Okay, so coming out of the hourly, we're going to drop to the 30-minute. All right, definitely going to change my horizontal ray in terms of coloring, so you can see that I will be changing it to baby blue. All right, you can see gold is still having that ignited push. A lot of power on gold right now. Okay, a lot of power on gold. Okay. Or so from the 30-minute, you can see, guys, it's a lot of wick. We're trading with a lot of wicks lately. They found a really good support here, and now they're starting to push back up. All right. So key resistance right now is acting as 1767. Okay, you can see now if they start to break here, they're coming into this consolidative area before there was once a lot of resistance. Okay, they pushed through a lot of top wicks over here. Okay, and the same with here, and finally they dumped it through, but now they picked up support and are acting as a very bullish ignited candle. Okay, so guys, if you missed it down here, obviously it's okay. We started the call and now we're working within the time that we have, but this is what it looks like now in the 15-minute. You can start to see finding some good support here, making a nice little bounce, holding within this neutral demand area, and you can see it starting to ignite past 1767, trying to make its way up to 1768, roughly 1769 area. Okay, all right, so let's just give me 1 second here, guys. have our key areas trapped. Just want to make sure that we're getting 1766.56. Okay, just want to make sure it's there right at the top, and then we have these two top wicks right here, plus right there. Okay. All right, guys. So you can see in this structure right here, we made a high, rejected, closed below 1775 point roughly 2 area, and started to sell off. Tried to play another push, was rejected 1773, and now we're starting to sell off. Like I said, having a continuous sell-off area. All right, you can even see on the current candle, the ignited candle on the 30 minutes starting to get some top wick right here. Okay, this is a bullish engulfing candlestick. All right, right here you can see right off of the bottom. All right, so keep this in mind. That's why you're getting a lot of this power right here. This candle right here, engulfing. All right, so make sure you understand that there is a lot of power coming out of a sideways trading area. Okay, so that's why we're getting this ignition. The ignited bullish candle right here. You can see also that the bottom of this candle, roughly 1762, has not made it below the previous bullish engulfing candlestick, or even below the low, which is at 1760.36. Okay, it's starting to make a steady little uptrend right here on the 15-minute. All right, oh, sorry, 1 second here. You can start to see in terms of bodies, you're having a nice little uptrend starting to form. Okay, remember, bullish engulfing candlestick with a continuation. All right, so if price is going to continue, guys, it's going to start to break here, hold. All right, break up here, hold. It's got to hold this price. Okay, and then start to break this area. Okay, hold this price, and then you can have a continuation roughly up to 1772 if it's going to be a continuation fully. Okay, it's got to break and hold here, guys. This is still in the 15-minute. Remember this. Now we're breaking down to the 5. All right, so it's getting currently rejected. I'll erase this, just showing you. This is currently right at the 200. All right, every time we're around this area, like I said, some consolidation happens, some head fakes, so we just want to be very careful, very patient with this. But we do know that there is a nice steady little uptrend forming here. I have to change this just so I can get some bodies on the 5-minute, but you can see bounce in this key area and demand. Made a high here, was rejected, and now we're starting to push to the upside here. If this holds here and doesn't get rejected by the 200, you can see that it's currently, if we zoom in here, new candles opening. All right, currently it's starting to push, which is nice. It's breaking above this previous area of resistance right across the board. So, but now we need to hold here. Okay, you can see it's pushing through, now getting rejected at currently the 200. Let's add on our 9 EMA. All right, so you can see it's heavily above there, so we're starting to walk up. So remember, on the 15-minute I told you it's starting to break above. Oh, obviously the breakout best potential entry was down here. This is obviously where we're starting to trade now, but you can see I mentioned right above here is the continuation. All right, and it's starting to happen. So if you guys got in from anywhere around 1767, right, this would be your target right here. Maybe have your stop loss nice and tight at the bottom of this candle, which was the second ignited candle coming out, and now we're waiting. Okay, so that's what something like this would look like. 1767. All right, but now you can see there's a lot of top wick, a lot of resistance. It's just because of previous structure here. Okay, but you can see we're starting to walk our way up. All right, it's very ignited. Okay, a lot of potential breakout here. This was a double bottom if you really want to look at it in terms of structure and chart patterns. Okay, so you can see it's starting to get a lot of top wick. I'm just putting this on there to show you if you took the trade where you should have your stop loss. Okay, if you didn't take the trade, there's no worries there. Okay, but look, the reason why I wanted to just show you this real quickly is because right here was a neckline. Okay, see, made a little bit of bounce here, started to form a little bit of neckline here, rejection, held the 5-minute uptrend, and now it's constantly pushing to the upside here. As soon as it got to this area, broke through, held. All right, if we drag this 5-minute, 15-minute resistance path, you can see that it was this previous candlestick right here too, acting as resistance. Now they're finding good support and walking its way up. Okay, so we'll check out DXY as well. It's about 812, guys. So we just want to make sure that we see that we had potential nice little scalp opportunity at 1767. If you guys did end up like taking that trade maybe around 15 pips, it's definitely not the best entry to get in, simply because I did say around the 200 it does play little tricks. If you would like to, around 8:30 is when we're going to look for the overall move. Okay, it's very bullish as of late. Just keep this in mind that 8:30 is last week, guys. We traded 6 until 10. This week we're doing 8 till 10. Gold has nice moves pretty much every hour. All right. So now this is a new one, but for some reason I've always found gold at 8:30 to 8:45 leading into 9 has really big moves. Okay. So what we're doing now is we're looking as the pre-entry, but you want to make sure that you're not getting head faked out, and the only reason why anything like that could happen is because we're currently hovering right around the 200 EMA. Okay. You can see we're heavily away from the 9. The 9 is not even broken above this previous resistance of the neckline. It's starting to, all right, but it's not having that overall push continuation. You can see by this top wick, and the only reason why this is because look right here. Okay, we can see that its previous resistance, previous supply, starting to sell off. So we are consolidating and trading within this area on the 5-minute, anywhere between 1768, okay, and then 1761, roughly maybe 70 pips from top until bottom, which are acting as ceiling and floors. Okay, all right, so 8:15 coming up in 2 minutes here, actually about 1 minute and 14. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something like this. Okay, so I'm going to set an alarm here. Alright guys, if you don't have alarm systems on your trading view, or if you're using something else, make sure you understand that alarms are very beneficial in trading. Alright, they just give you a nice little help in terms of where price can go, where price can be, and then you just get an alert to your phone, your email, whatever it may be. Okay, so what I'm looking for now is I like to see an alert here. Okay, because I want to see where we're going to trade within. If it's going to hold 1767, it's going to push up and touch roughly this area. If it starts to reject, we're going to come down and have an alarm set at 1764.67, which will be this eventual, actual neckline right here. Okay. All right. So now we're going to head over to the dirty 30. Okay, but first I just want to quickly check the DXY. Look what's going on with the DXY real quick. Okay, remember before last week, yesterday, whatever you guys are trading. Okay, 94. We've been in and out of this area so many times the last little bit, it's actually crazy. So one thing I want you guys to also keep in mind is that the DXY formed a nice M pattern here. Okay, and you can see as soon as we came to this area right here, the neckline, as soon as it broke, it started to sell off. Okay, so it's now coming down to roughly 93.965, 93.964 area. Okay, and it's continuing to sell right through it. And higher time frame support is this white line right here. I haven't erased this, guys. I keep my 4-hour DXY going. I never erase this. Okay, so this is how I know that we're starting to sell off here. It's looking good. The next area would be, like I said, 93.94 or 93.95. Okay, all right, so let's just check out US 30. You can start to see that US 30 is on a constant downtrend. All right, last week was very bullish to end the week. Okay, and now we're actually in a nice little downtrend. So let's just check out gold for one more second here before we start charting. You can see it's getting rejected at the 200, but it's holding at 1767. Okay, so just keep this in mind that we're at a key critical area right now. All right, so back to US 30. We're going to start it from the daily. All right, so if you remember from way back when we were trading US 30, we had this as a nice demand area right here. Okay, we're very far away from this area right now. All right, this is what we had. Keep this in mind. This was the key demand. All right, but now we've made a nice little push, and now we're working in this key consolidative trap area right here. You can start to see it. All right, right across the money, right there. Okay, so demand, and now we have terms a supply area. All right, so red, red, and now we're working in here. Okay, so you can see clear as day. All right, we have nice areas where we can get our support, and we have nice areas of resistance. Okay, so when I'm using this, I'm using the top wicks right here. You can start to see it's a trap and gap. Okay, we're in the same area. All right, push down, rejected, bounce sideways, Currently now, this time frame started around September 7th as soon as it broke through and bearish. Now we're looking at October 18th, what we're currently trading at, back in the same area. So we want to make sure that we're gathering nice support here. We want to change this back to white. All right. Zoom in a little bit so you can start to see these actual candles where they're trading at. This current candle right here has made a higher high when this previous wick. So if we really dive in, okay, you can start to see ignited, pushed, opened up. They tried to push it up. They still made a higher high from this previous body and the wick. As soon as it came up here, was rejected at 35340 and now starting to sell off. They actually made a bottom wick at 35132. And now they're looking like they're trying to hold it within this consolidative area, but it looks like it's going to come down potentially for a little bit of a retest. Okay, guys, for gold I have alerts set. Okay, keep this in mind. A lot of people like US 30 just because of the low spreads, low commissions that it does have, so we got to respect what everyone wants. All right, I might end up looking at GU too, not entirely sure, just because we had a nice little breakout on on Friday about GU. So let's wait. And a lot of the times, everyone, when we're charting this, okay, like even yourself, like we help a lot of our guys with charting, and you know what I mean, the groups and stuff like that. We do this live. You don't always want to be changing your charts doing a top down every single time you're on the charts. Like, do it once a day. If you have to update it because there's a massive erratic move, then make sure you're doing it just because of that. But in terms of keeping everything nice and tight from the exact time you trade to the exact time you finish is also very important. All right. Okay, so gold is coming down. Okay, we have an alert system set, guys, so no worries, we'll hear that go off. I want to show you guys the benefits of having this so you guys can learn. All right. 4 hour will break down. Okay, I'm going to erase the 9 currently. And guys, just remember something. Please remember something here. All right, when we're talking about gold, you got to look at higher time frames. Okay, you have to look at higher time frames. Every single time last week or the week before, everyone was saying sell gold, sell gold, sell gold. Okay, yes, pretty sure that we were in a sell from quite some time, but it also doesn't sell forever, right? We need to make sure that we're watching price. Okay, that's the number one thing you want to watch. It's still a little bit early. I'm not getting any alerts yet, so let's just relax on gold. We'll let gold come to us. That is the best thing that I could ever tell to you. Let it come to you. Don't go chasing it like crazy. All right. So 1 second here. Let me just see. Okay. Body of that current candle. US 30 on the 4 hour. Getting some resistance here. All right. So let's drop it now down to the 1 hour. Okay, so you can start to see this is US 30 on the 1 hour. Had a little double top here. Okay, top, rejection, top, and now it started to break, finding a little bit of support at 35118. Okay, give me 1 sec, guys. Perfect. Okay, and now we have hourly, bottom wick right here. Okay. Let's check out gold, guys. You guys are going crazy on gold. I have an alert system here, so before we do that, look at the rejection on gold, okay? So you can see now on the hourly, all right, look at this. We have an hourly uptrend here. Gold is getting currently rejected, okay, at the 200 on the 5 minute, but look at how far we are away on the hourly, all right? If we drop it now down to the 5 minute, okay, you can start to see that gold tried to make a push, okay, was rejected here. I told you 200 plays tricks, okay, closed below, huge bearish engulfing candlestick coming out of the 200. Now we're picking up the weight here. We're trying to break this again, okay. 5 minute overall uptrend. You can see that they didn't make a bottom here and touch the overall neckline. It held support, okay. Now they're trying to push it up again. Did just say before 200 has tricks, okay, so you can start to see now they're approaching 1767 again. All right, so that's what I mean. Like if you're still trading in between or before 8:30, all right, it's a little bit dangerous just because of head fake action. All right, that's why I always wait. Every time I'm on this call, I give you guys key times. I give you guys key times when I do my 6 to 10 calls. I say 7 a.m. K is key. I say 8:30 is key. Obviously, we didn't trade through 7, so 8:30 is very key time. All right. So we still have our alerts, so don't stress. We'll watch gold. Let me just finish up US 30 here, so we don't have to basically waste any more time. Guys, if you want to buy or sell gold, completely up to you. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for anything until, like I said, my specific time that I've been mentioning to you. So hopefully you guys understand that. Okay, so this is now hourly. Let's look at the zones we're working in here. Okay, 63, we have a bottom wick. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Then we have resistance right here, starting to hold. Okay. Now we have bottom wick right there. Then we should be good on the hourly. Okay. Almost done, guys, and then we'll be back at it, and I'll be able to answer some chat questions and stuff like that. All right. Okay, so you can see we're working within this area. I haven't trapped anything yet. I want to see because there's a push, there's top wick, now there's bottom wick. It's kind of indecision. Okay. So just keep this in mind right here. As soon as we drop down from the hourly down to 30-minute, you can see what we're breaking. I'm looking at gathering the wicks. Okay, top right here, the bottom. All right, you can see now the bottom wick is roughly the low, but make sure you want to tighten it up. Okay, if it starts to break here, you can start to see that it is in consolidative structure right here. All right, that's going to be moved over here, which is acting as support. So just make sure you're tightening it up, doing your top down. You want to make sure that, like I said, everything's nice and clean. And now underneath the hourly, you're going to change this up, make it baby blue. Okay, I know this is going to get confusing. Some of you guys maybe have your charts differently. All right, so just keep this in mind. That everything has this previous structure. Okay, this is called the top-down analysis. If you're not familiar with what top-down analysis is, all right, it's just basically starting from the higher time frames, working your way all the way down into live price, which is like 5-minute scalping, 15-minute time frame, 1 minute, 3 minute, whatever your case and preference actually is. Okay, so we have 5 minutes until 8:30. All right, so this is 30 minutes. You can see that when they made it in this area previously at October 15th, which is Friday, tried to sell off and the buyers took control again. All right, put it above in the key area of supply, and then you can see now double top, and it's starting to potentially sell off here, but getting a nice little bounce, continuing at, like I said, today at around 8, which just happened. All right, so now this is the 15-minute. Okay, so you can see that we are in a clear downtrend forming. Okay, you can see selling off here, getting rejected, selling off, finding a support, trying to break above, middle line. Okay, acting as key breaks. Okay, all right, so this is a parallel channel, guys. This is on your trading view if you ever want to find how to make channels like that. Okay, 1 sec, we'll go to gold. Okay, so gold on the 15-minute was rejected. All right, so do you see why I'm saying before 8:30 you're gonna have a nice move here? So impulse, all right, and then you have a nice little sell-off here. Okay, so if your scalp you got in there and you were saying watching this beforehand, like I said, we started at 8. All right, judging by move in terms of that quick it's not the easiest or not the best. Okay, so now you just want to make sure and you realize that they're testing the neckline break right here. They start to break down. Now they have to get through this overall 5-minute uptrend that actually formed. Okay, so now what we need to do is just wait. There's about 3 minutes left here. All right, just make sure you're understanding that 4 minutes is starting to come up till about 8:30. All right, so we're going to see if it's going to hold key support here or if it's actually going to get rejected. All right, if you guys are impulse buying here, you need to understand something here. All right, if you guys have been watching, or if you guys are just having your finger on the trigger, that's not how you should be trading. I'm going to tell you this straight up. You need to just wait for patient breaks, retest. If you don't know what impulse candles are, they're right here. Okay, keep this in mind. I'm going to drop this in the chat so you guys can actually see it. click on the link if you want. All right, so look at gold now selling off here, breaking through this overall trend. And remember, if you guys are buying here, I need you to keep something in mind. All right, if you guys understand trading, okay, overall selling pressure is very real. Okay, we've been selling since the start at October 14th. Okay, then look at all this bearish structure right here. We were trading this. Okay, so here's your sell-off, here's your impulse, a test. Okay, and then it's getting rejected. Why? Because of the clear overall selling pressure. All right, so if you guys are just buying and selling aimlessly and you don't understand like key top-down analysis, you guys need to start to learn how to do this. Okay, so I was showing you there, if you took the buy, I didn't take the buy. No one, if you did, like I said, you bought on impulse and you weren't patiently waiting for the actual nice time. Okay, that's why it got rejected and actually had a nice little sell-off coming down to test the overall 5-minute. Okay. Okay, so if gold continues to break, guys, look at this key area right here. If it starts to sell, it's going to have a key issue breaking the 5 and then breaking this overall demand. All right. Okay, so if you want to check out where we're at in terms of the RSI, I know a lot of people like this. Okay, it doesn't really matter to me, but you can see that we'd made a dip right at the high. Okay, over 30, and then you had a nice little sell-off here. All right. Coordinates, make sure you're doing it at 50. All right, so you can see as soon as it starts to break below that 50 line, okay, it can actually, let me make this a little bigger for you guys. There you go, just so you can see it. Okay, see how it's above 50, it's hovering right at 52 right now. As soon as this breaks the 50 line, it'll start to turn bearish. This is going to break the overall 5-minute uptrend, and then it's going to break this demand, and then you'll see it start to fall. Until then, like I said, it's just going to hover right there, and it's just acting as same as the 200. Okay, I don't have my my 9 EMA on, but you can see it's starting to curl down, starting to break a little bit below. It acted as support, previous structure right here, and then it started to potentially break down, but then you had the nice buying power push up here. So this is, like I told you, 8:30, you get a lot of head fakes coming in. Okay, 1767, if you slice the sell right here, you're looking good, but now just be aware that there is still buying power starting to come in. This is the 8:30 candle here. Okay, if it starts to really break down, guys, if it starts to really break down, we'll be ready for it. All right, we just have to remember that there is a 5-minute constant uptrend, which does hold a lot of weight. All right, guys, what are your spreads on gold right now? Okay, what are your spreads on gold? I'm going to check out US 30. This is that 8:30 candle that's just starting to open up. Okay, you can see they're getting retested, the curl right here. All right, so we got to see now if we're going to start to fill this bottom wick, and if we're going to start to sell below here and get even lower. All right, remember, look at the overall structure on the 5-minute. Okay, sideways trading, sideways trading, stay away. We're looking for the overall breakdowns coming out of pushes. This is what we're looking for. Okay, this is how the market trades, ranging markets into full breakouts. Okay, guys, so if you're not familiar with gold, okay, or the spreads, look at what's going on with everyone that's going on in the chat right now. Okay, so back to the US 30 on 15-minute. You can see we're below the 9, starting to ride it. All right, found good support here with this bottom wick. Now we're having a little bit of indecision right here, trying to push up, closing below. Potentially look like it's starting to sell off here. Okay, this is US 30 on the 15-minute. If you drop it now down to the 5, this is what we're looking like right here. Okay, you can see US 30 starting to sell. Key areas right here. Bottom wick we have forming. All right. Let me just see over here for 1 second, guys. Okay. Always remember when you're doing a top down, tighten everything up. We went to look on gold. Okay, that's why we switched this up. We didn't really actually finish charting this. Okay, so you can see there's very extended lines here. Okay, guys, what broker are you using, if you don't mind me asking? What broker are you guys using? Okay, 2 minutes left here. Let's check out gold. Okay. So remember, I did say the 5-minute uptrend is starting to form here. Okay, they're starting to hold good support. This wick didn't even break down and touch this trend. So you're starting to get to the side here, to the upside. All right, so 1767 is another key area. Just remember, every time we come up in here, there's a lot of top wick. Okay, so there's going to need to be a lot of push. Okay, a lot of push coming from finding support. All right. And if we try to slide this over, you can see it was acting as previous resistance. Look, right across the board. Okay. And you're not always going to be right when you start to do this type of analysis. Like I said, gold has a mind of its own. Everyone has realized that. Okay, gold does its own thing. US 30 does follow nice technicals. You just need to be aware of where and when gold is trading and when it has key moves in terms of timing of the day. All right, so if you trade gold for a long time, you'll start to understand. I'm telling you, I'm giving you guys really good information here. 7, 8:30 to 8:45. Always remember this. Okay. Is Victoria in the house? Where's my girl Victoria? She's the. I think she's the reason why I'm getting all this following right here. I'm just kidding, guys. Okay. So let's check out gold here. All right. I want to have a US 30 alert kind of set on right here too. All right. But if gold pumps, I think US 30 can dump. Okay. Okay, let's check out US 30 1 second here. Okay, there's US 30 starting to find. Okay. Coming out right in the supply area, getting rejected, now selling off, but trying to find good support. Okay. Okay, and then we have key resistance right here. All right. Okay, so new candles opening on gold. You can start to see that it's forming right around the 9. It's trying to hold good support here. Push down this area right here. 1765.76. Okay. Rejected. Try to push. Clear rejection here starting to happen. Okay. Why do I always wear a hat? I just like wearing hats, guys. If you know me as like overall, like I'm just a hat. Like we have sniper flat beaks. I've always just worn hats. And guys, just remember that gold right now is Monday. There's no news. There's no real push, but it is still looking like very good selling pressure here. So if we're gonna start to get any kind of break, we need to break below this 5-minute uptrend. Okay, so you can see it starting to really sell here. So if it does continue, guys, like I said, it's formed this overall trend, bearish. Have a nice tight stop loss here because I think that we can continue to get in this sell. You can see it starting to approach this area right now, right? So if it breaks, then there we go. Okay, if it starts to break here, 1763, it's starting to break, test this overall 5-minute uptrend now. Okay. So we need a break and a retest here. Okay, so this is the key area right now. We need a break. Okay. A retest of the overall trend if it's going to break, and then it'll continue to walk down. Okay, if it doesn't break below here, guys, like I said, use a small lot. All right, you guys over leveraging crazy accounts, it's crazy. 0.1 test it out, 0.02. Okay, you can use smaller lot sizes if you'd like to test it out, just to be real. Okay, you can see it is starting to fall here. That's a huge bearish engulfing candlestick, guys. Huge. All right. So let's just wait and see if we're going to get a continuation here. If you did take this sell from right here, like I said, you're in profit, but make sure you realize that it's starting to come to a key demand area that can push right back up. All right. So just remember 1763. Now overall target is falling. All right, 1761. But right here, guys, this should be your take profit. Right here, this should be take profit. Listen to me when I'm telling you this because they don't walk down forever. Okay. If you're in there from there and it starts to sell, just keep this in mind. All right. You still have an overall 5-minute. All right, here we go, guys. 1 second, I just got to get rid of some spam here. Kingship, focus, buddy. Okay, you can see now the nice little push-up, guys. Okay, so it's an impulse, all right? 5-minute overall uptrend. That's why I had this over here using small lots, okay? A lot of head fake action starting to happen here, all right? So just remember, if you're still in that, okay, use nice and small lots because it's very crazy impulse candle coming into an actual overall demand zone. Not much you can do about that, but that's a very, very crazy candle. From there to there, roughly ran about 12 pips. Was it worth it? Not necessarily, just because of that huge impulse candle right there. That's an FU candle, guys. For the members, if you guys understand that, huge FU candle starting to form in there. Okay, so like I said, make sure you use smaller lot size whenever you're kind of taking these in overall initial trades here, because look at this, guys. That's crazy. That is crazy, guys. That overall wick, wow. Oh my goodness. Look at that, guys. Holy shit. That's a 30 pip wick. That's crazy. I haven't seen like that one in the morning in a long time, guys. That is crazy. Okay, so if you guys got in that overall sell, there's your liquidity grab. Okay, remember 1767 is the overall area that we're looking for continuation. I think now they have the power. Okay, they liquidity grabbed it and they started to push back up. Okay, I don't like how gold is trading right now. I think it's a dirty, gold is being really dirty right now, guys. Monday mornings, okay, keep this in mind. Okay, keep this in mind. Just keep this in mind, guys. That's crazy, right? Make sure you had your stop loss if it was there, because if you didn't, you use higher lot sizes, guys. That's why I put small lots. Okay, Monday morning, 8:39, 8:40, can still sell off here. I'm telling you right now, it can still start to sell off. But that was a dirty move, guys. That is a huge wick. Okay, like we're talking 30-35 pips. All right, so now keep that in mind. As soon as it rejected out of there, okay, now we started to form. Look at this, guys. Oof. Overall testing the 9. Let's see if it's going to start to fill this overall wick. Wow, guys, look at gold. Dirty. And you guys can see it for yourself, all right? Let's see what's going on with the DXY. Let's go on with it, see what the DXY is happening here. Okay, so gold was just kind of doing its own thing in terms of reaction, but you can see now the DXY is consolidating. Sell, buy, sell. They tried to buy it, got rejected here. Okay, huge rejection. All right, and now they're forming below 93.96. Okay, now they're starting to hold good support around around the low. Okay, 93.94. Okay. So you can see with the DXY, it's kind of barcoding sideways movement. Just moving stuff around here, guys. Sorry. So I want you guys to understand something here. Okay, just keep this in mind. Oh my god. Okay, so look at the dirty wick right here. Gold does fill wicks. Okay, keep this in mind. Gold can fill wicks. Okay, had a nice little liquidity grab, tried to break bullish here. You can see it was rejected by this current bearish engulfing candlestick, and now trying to fill this overall wick here. All right, gold is being a little dirty right now. Okay, I'm not really liking the way gold is trading. Okay, so let's just set an alarm to see if it's actually going to start to get down there again. Here we go. Look at gold. Crazy, guys. Guys, gold was dirty, and it's good that you guys see this type of thing. I know you guys are probably like, okay, yeah, he missed a trade. Well, just be patient here. Okay, this is market. This is the market. Okay, you cannot control that at all. Okay, you cannot control that at all. That is just pure manipulation in terms of liquidity grabbing, trying to flip it going bullish here. Now you can see they opened up bearish, trying to hold support now at 1764. All right, before we make the walk to the upside. All right. So give me 1 second here, guys. Not too sure. For members, guys, sorry, I don't know why I didn't send to the group. There we go. Okay, so 2 minutes left here. You can see now there's a lot of bottom wick starting to form. Okay, if it starts to break above 1767, guys, that was the overall area that we had the initial breakout first. The reason why I'm saying this is because look, a lot of bottom wicks here. Okay, they tried to fill it, but you can see at previous support or resistance over here, it broke through. Now it's holding. All right, so there's about it's about 8:45. Okay, before we're gonna make our next move. So if gold does have a nice little break, you can see it bounced from that 5-minute uptrend. Does have a break around 1765. You can use that as a stop loss, and 1767 would be the initial break to the upside for the potential reversal on gold. Okay. Okay, so let's check out US 30 here for 1 second. There's US 30. Okay, sign of making its consolidative trap. I like US 30 actually a little bit better than gold right now. Okay, so you can see we're trapping it right there, waiting for a next move. US 30, if it starts to break to the upside. Okay, and then we have obviously our downside breaks too. Guys, you need to remember that when gold is like trading like this, just stay away from it. Okay, we have our key targets, not the best. We got to realize that we give what the market's giving us, and then we work from there. Okay. Okay, just 1 sec, guys. Checking out some things here. Okay, getting ready here. Let's go back on gold. Okay. So for US 30, guys, if it starts to break to the downside out of this consolidative box, okay, you can see it's starting to get these bottom wicks here. It has to push in around this area right here. Retest, and it's going to come back and test now this wick. If it breaks through, it can start to come down and start to break down bearish. All right, if it starts to break to the upside, guys, all right, you can see it's starting to push here, getting rejected, push down, and now we're starting to have a retest out here. So this is the trap and gap, guys. If you understand this, you can see it's starting to break out, guys. Oh, sorry. You can see it's starting to break out a little bit bearish here. All right, keep this in mind. Starting to continue that overall sell-off here, but it needs to start breaking these overall wicks. All right, if it sells, overall target would be here for US 30. All right, if it bounces and ends up switching, 35178. All right, let's check out gold here. Told you guys, gold. Look at gold. Dirty, man. I'm telling you guys, like the Fridays and Mondays are very they can be head fakeish. Okay, keep that in mind. A lot of bottom wicks here. If you don't feel comfortable trading gold, guys, don't worry about it. Walk away from it. Like I said, we'll get it back in terms of seeing if gold is actually going to continue its sell. All right. If you like US 30 better, we know the targets for US 30. Okay. You see, and the thing is, remember we talked about filling these wicks. All right. Gold it can be dirty, guys. This right here came out of nowhere, 8:35, 5 minutes after the overall half-hour candle opened. All right, so make sure. I just want to tell you something here, okay? If you guys are trading, all right, and you understand the power of pips, okay? Keep this in mind here. If you got in on a sell, okay, and you were writing this down, okay, the thing ran maybe 10 to 12 pips, depending on your spread and commission, okay? So remember, all you really need, depending on if you can consistently compound 10, 20 pips, in and out, in and out, in and out, all right? You need to make sure that that is going to have more power than you going crazy lot sizes and then just going YOLO lots. You will not last in this game if you're doing that, okay? You will not last in this game if you are doing that. I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? It has to see, it has to break down here, guys. Remember, we talked about these breaks. There's key. It has to break below this 5 minute. Let's throw back on our RSI here. I do this every time so people can see where RSI is. People have no idea where TradingView is. They have no idea what this is, okay? Remember we talked about this 50 line? If you were listening before and you were actually like on the call, you might not have been, all right, which is understandable. But look, you can see now it's starting to break below the RSI in the 50, which is starting to break below this 5 minute uptrend, and now you can start to see it actually starting to sell off here, okay? So the first one was an FU head fake candle, okay? The second one is starting to actually fall down now, all right? Greasy move here. Okay guys, I just secured 14 pips on this sell here, so I've got out. Just letting you guys know, if you guys are still in, remember I am out of this trade. Okay. And now we're starting to get this big wick again, guys. Dirty. Keep this in mind. Horrible, horrible, horrible wick. Okay. Same thing yet again. So remember, we all know that this thing happened in here again. So if you took that trade, you have to remember that it did the same. It's doing the same thing. Okay. Bouncing in and out. Bouncing in and out. All right. Okay, guys. Kingsman, bro, like, no idea who you are, but I'm sorry to say, but I gotta ban you, man. Okay, so look at now gold again, guys. Look at this dirtiness on gold. All right, horrible. Look at this. Starting to wick city again. We'll leave gold here. I still believe that it could potentially be bearish. All right, so let's just wait and see. All right, let's check out US 30 here. There's US 30, guys. So remember, it hit target, okay? So 35121 broke out of the consolidative trap box and hit your target, okay? So if you guys got in that overall sell, look at US 30, guys. It's starting to drop, starting to run maybe 35 pips, okay? Look at this trapping gap breaking out. This is what the area would have looked like. You had it right there, and it didn't even come up bullish, okay? If you're in that short, what you could have done, if you're in there, you had your stop loss roughly right at the previous overall supply area, and then you're starting to walk it like this, okay? If you're in this from around this area right now, guys, if you got in anywhere right here, okay, make sure you're moving your stop loss to break even, okay? It just eliminates a lot of risk, okay, because this thing is still dropping, all right? Keep this in mind. US 30, I did like it a little bit better. Gold is, I didn't like gold too much, okay? So look at US 30, guys, starting to really tank, okay? So I want to show you how this happened, okay? This is a bearish flag pattern, okay? You can see that price sold off, okay? And now it went into this consolidative trap area, okay? We had two areas drawn right here. It did not even come close to this area right up here, 35159, okay? Started to sell off here, right? Overall entry rate there was 35154. As soon as it broke, you can see it's now in a continuation of the bearish flag pattern right here. All right. How would I have entered US 30? Absolutely. Right here, as soon as it started to drop, okay, and I started to see it break out of this trap box right here and break through these previous wicks, could have entered in that right there, okay? As soon as it broke below here, you can see it made a bottom, higher time frame 35121. Let's dig in here so you can understand this, okay? Okay. So it sold off here. Found some support. As soon as it broke above and was rejected in this next candle, you see it held resistance at this bottom wick, okay? Just keep this in mind. It held resistance at this bottom wick. Okay, you can see the top wick tried to push through, it closed below, and then it had the continuation sell off here. So if you miss this overall breakout here of the entry, okay, remember I had this sitting there. Okay, if you had the breakout here, all right, remember now this entry right here, right there, that overall retest wick would have been your best bet in terms of your entry if you miss this overall breakdown here. Okay, so now remember guys, if you got in up here, that would have been the initial entry. But as soon as it starts to break down here and you missed it and you wanted to catch US 30, you want to look for a break and a retest and a continuation. Okay, because if you did, like I said, that's a nice bearish candle that is still continuing to fall. Okay, I personally like US 30 the best, guys. Like I like US 30 the best. Gold is nice when you get it, but look at gold. Like gold is dirty right now. Okay, what I'm looking for here is I really wanted gold to break through, okay, and break through this overall small time demand area. You can see it's still hovering in here. Okay, it made down, it touched 1761, but it's not having the push below here. Okay, you can see it's now starting to bounce back up and starting to find that overall bullish support of the 5-minute trend. Okay, because of all this selling power, of all this selling pressure here, bearish engulfing, and you have all this continued selling power, it could have been a good indication that you could have had a nice little continuation sell-off here. Okay, we maybe have caught the last little bit of it, but understand that if it does still break here, and the reason why I'm looking for it to break is because the overall, listen to me, overall, if we look at this, look at the selling pressure that is on gold. Okay, look at the selling pressure that's on gold on the hourly. All right, you can see it started to make consolidative pressure right here, resistance. Okay, that's this area right here, selling off. I assumed and thought that if we started to break and make lower lows, that it would be a continuation of the downtrend. Okay, might not always be the case. We're just gonna have to wait and see, but you can see overall, guys, that we are looking in a bearish downtrend. Okay, so we're now starting to break out of there, guys. So if you're missing this and you're not continuing in this trade, like I said, just leave gold alone. Leave gold alone. We're kind of all over the place with it. A lot of bottom wicks. Not liking this at all. Okay, we're now below the 9. All right, so let's see what's going to happen in terms of gold. It's being really dirty right now. Okay, US 30 is obviously the better to trade. Okay, so now US 30, you can see as soon as it broke below 35104, okay, broke, and the reason how I got this is number right here. Okay, which is an alarm. The break right here. Okay, see how it made a bounce, sold off here. Okay, found a little bit of a bottom, opened up, closed right here. You see how they tried to push it all the way up, guys? Sold it off. All right, then opened it up, sold off, but found support, and now they're trying to walk it right up. I found it at the bottom wick right at this huge rejection candle here. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for to see if it's going to hold clear support or clear resistance. Okay, so guys, if you're in that US 30 trade, make sure you understand that the buyers are still starting to come back now. Okay, if you took that trade, I'm just going to move it down there so you can start to see it. It highlights it a little bit more. Okay, if you got in that trade from anywhere around here, we'll even say the bottom of this candle, and it started to run, you're looking at maybe 30 to 40, 50 pips. Okay, depending on where you got in. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And guys, if you want to join the free Telegram link, it's at the top of the chat. All right, just join up, guys. Like I said, we'll be doing some big announcements coming up very, very soon. So for US 30, would I enter in a short on a retest because it's coming up to around 9 o'clock? It's 8:56, guys. Usually we're trading for about 4 hours. Okay, usually we're trading for about 4 hours at this, so we can get in and outs multiple. Okay, so you can see the best entry before 9 was this trap and gap right here. Okay, it's a continuation of a bearish flag. All right, so if it does continue, like I said, it's a riskier entry because you might be holding through till 9:15. Remember, if you're not remembering what news is like, we have a 9:15 industrial production MM. Okay, it's not a huge, but it's an orange folder. Okay, so why traders care? It's a leading indicator of economic health. Production reacts quickly to ups and downs of the business cycle and is correlated with consumer conditions such as employment levels and earnings. Okay, very, very important. Employment levels and earnings. When you start to hear that, let's see if we're actually going to get some erratic movement based on this. Okay, guys, the Telegram link is right at the top of the chat. It's in the pin message. It's in blue. Okay, so back on gold here, guys. You can see a lot of bottom wicks here. We told you in terms of the rejection rate here. All right, what you could have been looking for, even if, guys, I'm going to tell you something, even if you have had buying opportunity right here, like, let me just do something and show you this for 1 second here. Okay, all right, even if you had, because demand zones, a lot of time you're looking for buying areas, right? And you could have stop loss here. Even if price, understand this, even if you started entering on buys right here and scalping in and out, okay, if you weren't fast enough, guys, it's coming right back down to your break even. Okay, for real. And then it's pushing back up again. Okay, you could have entered in 2 nice orders right there in terms of buying, simply because of the overall support that found a lot of buyers there. Now remember, I was showing you that the overall downtrend was bearish. Okay, and what I figured was that we're fighting now a 5-minute uptrend. So if gold is going to continue, it would actually tend to break this overall demand zone. Okay, so if we react, which looks like this. Okay, so you guys, hopefully that makes a little sense. You know what I mean? You could have had buying and selling areas right in here, but I'd be completely transparent with you. I don't think gold was probably the best thing to trade. US 30 was obviously the nicer breakout move here, but that's sometimes just what happens. All right, it's sometimes just what happens. I think gold can still go bearish here, but it really needs to have that selling pressure coming out and breaking through this 5-minute uptrend. Okay, really needs to come out here. All right. And guys, if you are messaging the group or the website or anything like that, no one's going to answer just right now, okay? Just because we are live. All right, so if you guys have any questions, just send us an email and we'll go from there, okay? Okay, so there's about 10 seconds left. I want to see how gold is starting to trade, all right? Okay, so now you can see it's starting to push, okay? Starting to really push and get rejected now. Look at this, guys. This is live. This is live. You can see pushing, pulling on gold. It's crazy. Okay, 9 o'clock. Let's check out Nasdaq too. First, we'll check out US 30. Okay, US 30 is still making a little bit of an uptrend here. You can start to see. So if you're still in those US 30 sells, guys, that's why before I said maybe just be patient with this, wait and see. Because look, now we're starting to form that nice little 5-minute uptrend here, similar to gold. Okay, so if it starts to break, it's got to continue breaking through there, coming down and touching this area as it once previously was, which is 35087. Okay, so let's see Nasdaq for 1 second here. So check it out. Okay, it's about 9 o'clock. Not top down drawn. I don't like Nasdaq yet. I think we're going to stick with probably US 30 here. Okay. Okay, so remember we talked about this US 30 starting to run up again. Okay, nice little scalps coming down. This might be a continuation of a rejection here. So remember, starting to break out, finding that support. It's got to start to break in. They want to put it back into this consolidated area right here. Okay, they're looking to put it back in here if they're going to start to go bullish. If not, like I said, it's going to get rejected and start to sell off. There's a lot of selling pressure on US 30. Okay, remember the overall trend has been bearish. Okay, as of late, overall trend last week and stuff like that, US 30 was very, very bullish. Okay, okay, let's check out gold here. Okay, still holding, guys. Remember, 1767 is that overall break area. It's getting a lot of indecision right now. Okay, a lot of indecision. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, look at gold, guys. See? So I'm trying to see it under the 2 minute now. You can see they're trying to push it up above that 9, okay, and holding support right above 1760, 64, roughly 1765, which is this rejection right here, okay? So look at this indecision right now. Rejection, push, sell off, tons of bottom wick, and now they're finding that overall 5 minute uptrend support here, okay? So remember, guys, I'm still keeping that gold sell opportunity there if it starts to really break, because gold overall can continue, all right, depending on how 9:15 news comes out, and just basically how 10 o'clock starts to roll around, okay? So there's your US 30 here, okay? Okay, about a minute left here, guys. Guys, I'm going to take a 2 minute break here. I've drank a lot of coffee this morning, you know how it is. If the things go well, guys, if everything's going well today, I might trade until about 10:30. Okay, give you guys an extra little half hour after. A lot of the time we start early, okay? If we start after, I don't mind doing it. So let me just wait and see how this is going to trade. But give me 2 seconds, guys. I will be right back, all right? And just stay on, guys, because like in another 10, 20 minutes, like I said, we're going to be charting market open. So it's something you don't want to miss, okay? So just give me 2 seconds and I will be right back, all right? I'll leave this on actual gold. Okay, we'll leave it on gold just so you guys can have it, and we'll be good, okay? Quick break time, guys. Be right back. Hey guys, what's going on? All right, so look at gold still, guys. It's crazy. Still trying to sell off here. It's having a lot of pressure right now, a lot of selling pressure here, but it's still holding tight to that 5-minute uptrend. All right, keep this in mind. Okay, if you're taking sells, guys, small lot sizes for real, because you're fighting an overall potential demand area, which is down here. Okay, I'm not removing it just because I don't want to remove this. We got wicked up here. Okay, if you would have hit stop loss, it would have hit stop loss. Okay, but I want you guys to see that overall, I still think gold may have a chance of continuing bearish. All right, so just keep this in mind. If you guys are waiting, wait for real. Wait. Like I said, if you're watching, just use me as maybe as confirmation and seeing where it is. If it matches up with your analysis, you can do so as well. Okay, but you can see there's a lot of 1763.3. It's key area, guys. Bouncing up, bouncing up. All right, so it's 908. All right, 908. Guys, let me ask you a question here. What do you guys like better? Do you guys like US 30 or Nasdaq better? Since we're on talking about US 30, remember how I told you that overall 5-minute uptrend? Okay, they're trying to push it overall here. So if you missed this sell and you held it, you're now going into the negative. All right, so the overall breakout was nice. Okay, but now it's starting to walk its way up again. All right, and the only reason why that is simply because of this 5-minute uptrend support that it started to form. All right, it's starting to work around the 9 now. Okay, so keep this in mind. It's very, very important that 9 acts as support and resistance. Okay, obviously when you do the moving average crossovers, you can have a strategy like this. All right, but you want to make sure that you're understanding how you can use these, not just for entries, but also as, like I said, support and resistance. Okay, so it's 909. All right, we're going to do a top-down analysis on Nasdaq just for you guys. Okay, because I know a lot of people like Nasdaq here. Okay, I'm going to remove the drawings, and then I'm going to ask you guys what you guys want to trade. Give me 1 second here. Guys in the group. All right, guys in the group, I'm sending a poll right now, okay? Okay, so this is 5-minute. Okay, so we have about 5 minutes to do this top down. All right, you can see Nasdaq made a beautiful double bottom right here. Okay, you can see it. Okay, rejection, boom, started to make a higher high, neckline break here, and started to go bullish. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Very, very nice double bottom on the actual daily itself. Okay, so we know that we have key areas right here. In terms of the demand, is still low. All right. All right, but now we're coming to a key area of rejection. All right, you can see that it was actually rejected at 15,207. Okay. All right, remember this is on the daily for Nasdaq. Okay, I'm just going to change this up for 1 second. Members, please answer the poll that I sent in the group. Okay, if you guys are there, and we're going to go from there. Okay. 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 Let me just erase this 9 for 1 second here. How many of you guys like trading oil in here? I know there's a lot of people who I've started to really talk to that like trading oil. Okay, so this is Nasdaq on the 4-hour. You can start to see we have key areas supporting, nice key resistance. All right, starting to form here. Okay, but now we're above the actual 200 EMA. All right, and you can start to see now that we're starting to walk, getting some resistance starting to form here. Okay, it still can have a nice little move in terms of either direction, but keep in mind on the 4-hour that has been very, very bullish as of late. Might get a cool down before making its next continuation. Okay. Okay, so 4-hour now down to the hourly. There's a few candles that I need to break down. I want to see, there we go. That's what I wanted to see right there. Look at where we're at currently now, guys. Bar coding kind of really not the best trading for Nasdaq either. Okay, you can see that's finding a lot of bottom wick. Okay, so from this area roughly right around here, you can start to see. I'm gonna make this neutral so you guys can understand that as a neutral area right now, but there's a lot of buyers still in this area, because you can see from the bottom wicks. Okay, let me just kind of tighten this up a little bit for you. And then we have some key rejection. Okay, so you can see Nasdaq on the hourly now. All right, finding key demand, little bit of buying area starting to play in here. All right, but there's also key rejection coming up at the high at 15,000, roughly 180. Okay, all right. Okay, so now we're going to drop it down to the 30-minute. It's 9:15 coming up. All right, just want to go over here. Anything under 30 minutes, guys. Sorry, hourly, you can know I always do baby blue. Okay. So it's kind of doing a little bit of a doji currently on the new 9:15 candle that is opening here. All right, there's 5 seconds just came in. So we're going to see how this candle is actually going to start to close and see if we're going to start to find good support or resistance here. Okay, let's move that over there for that rejection wick. Okay. Okay, so 15-minute, we're looking good. Remember this, guys. News just launched at 9:15. Okay, so watch. 9:15. Okay, so negative. All right, so let's just wait and see what's going to have this impact on gold. All right, we'll go back and chart gold in 2 seconds. I just want to finish charting this up, and then we're good to go. I like where we're trading on Nasdaq. Nasdaq is a little smoother than gold. Okay. Okay. Now we're just walking way up. You can see I'm going to drop. I trapped the top and the bottom of this candle. You'll see when I drop it now down to the 5. All right. Okay, so now you can see Nasdaq. All right, it's perfect. Finding a little bottom here. All right, now having some resistance in this area right here, 1590. Okay, so let's just wait and see how this is going to start to trade here. We're going to look at around 925. I'll update it, but I just wanted to have it consolidated and trapped, ready to make its next move. Okay, you can start to see that similar to US 30. Okay, that it is still finding a nice little potential uptrend that is forming here. So if it starts to break, it needs to break below this trend, break below support, and then obviously we're going to see if it's going to come touch this area in terms of support or even into the demand zone right here. Okay. Okay, let's circle gold here. There's gold, guys. Okay. So remember, it held 1763, so it did not continue in that overall path. Remember, we have 1767 as that area for potential break. Now, if you didn't leave gold here alone, you know what I mean? If you got in from this candle right here, phenomenal, okay? You would have went to break even, but you can see it did not break below the overall entry. We had this initial one, remember at 1767 right here for a continuation for a bullish. This was this candle right here, okay? Was rejected, sold off, all right? So you can see now we're in a very critical area where gold has pushed and it also pulled, okay? So if we look at our RSI real quick, okay, so now we're back above that 50 area. And I just wanted to show you this, guys, so you can start to see for yourself, okay? Remember we talked about 50 marks, even points, middle points, okay? So you can see it dipped down below, okay? Nice little sell-off here, and then it found some overall good support and made it started to make above this. So guys, it kind of looks like an inverted head and shoulders pattern, okay? Shoulder, it's hard to find the head, but you can see it right here, and then there's a separate shoulder. So we're going to see if this is now a continuation overall pattern here, roughly maybe breaking out at 1767, okay? So you're trading through, like I said, high news, okay? We're orange folder news, all right? I have a feeling that DXY went bearish, so if you're looking at anything, 1767 could be the overall area. We're charting Nasdaq, so we couldn't really see this overall break right here. But the next one, if you're starting to look at enter right in here, all right, make sure you're using smaller lot sizes, okay? And then it continue to walk its way up, hopefully into this area right here before and having a continuation. Okay, look at gold. Remember we had that alert, 1767 is starting to break now, okay? Let's see if we're now going to get to 1770, guys, for that continuation of that overall uptrend here, okay? So be patient, guys, patience. Like I said, very critical area right here. So if you're looking at taking it, okay, be patient for 1 second, guys. So you can see it starting to run 1767. Overall target is 17, past the high, 1768.52, okay? If you guys got in at 1763 down here, phenomenal, for real. You guys are riding it up, it's nice, okay? Did not get the overall selling pressure that we wanted, but now it's starting to walk up here. So you can see we had that alert there for a reason, all right? It's got to start holding up here and starting to break. If not, it's starting to sell off here. I haven't put anything here yet, guys, so it's just patiently waiting, all right? I think that we might get a little bit of a pullback here, rejection, before making its overall continuation, all right? If it doesn't, it's just going to push to the upside clear as day, okay? Head far away from the 9, far away from the 9, so it's made nice bullish continuation pressure here, okay? See how it's getting rejected here? Did not close those 1767 impulse candles. I'm going to send you guys one thing, 921. Just give me 1 second here. I want to send you something in this chat so you guys can start to see this, okay? Okay, guys, I just dropped a link in there for like impulse candles. If you guys want to check that out, please do so at will, okay? Let's check out US 30 here. Look at US 30, guys. Remember I told you it started to walk. It wants to get back up in this consolidative area right here. Okay, it's about 921. About a couple minutes. Like I said, there's 3 minutes left here. We're going to start to look at maybe getting this overall direction and getting set up for market open, okay? So you can really see, guys, it's walking up very nice, all right? Even if you start to extend this overall uptrend, it's still walking up, still very nice, okay? Okay. Check out gold here. Look at gold, guys. It's attempting to break. It's hovering right on that 67 area. Right on that 67 area, okay? So if you guys want to go on a higher time frame, see what's going on in the 15-minute, it's always good to do that. All right, you can see getting rejected. This overall sell, I had hoped if it broke through here that it was at least going to get to 1760, at least the low of these candles. Didn't, held good support, and now you're starting to get the walk up. Okay, so it's nice to trade on 15 minutes. Like I said, if 5 minutes are too fast for you, you're not too familiar with the head fake candles, just remember, 5, 7, 8 minutes, you can change it whatever you want. We can go to 7 minutes if we want. You see what I'm saying? If we want to go to 8 minutes, you can start doing like that. Okay, I also like trading on 10 minutes personally. Okay, 10 minutes is very nice too. All right, but 5 minutes is very nice, very exciting. You can see how the candles are developing. Okay, my plan for gold is to just wait. That's for gold, because I've all this previous consolidative garbage. You can start to see it's not the best or easiest to trade today. Okay, you can see how they had an impulse candle, which I sent to you guys. Didn't have the continuation. It didn't have the break. Okay, and didn't have the close above the 200 or even above 1767. It keeps getting rejected. Okay, so we know that there's a lot of resistance at 1767. All right. Okay, so it's 925, guys. I'm still keeping this in mind for gold down here. Okay. Okay. Currently on gold, it looks bearish, guys, because it keeps getting rejected at the 200. Okay, keeps getting rejected. Gold is having a lot of garbage, consolidative trading, sideways trading, a lot of wicks. All right. Overall, I can see a top and I can see a top here. So potentially maybe a double top forming. Okay. And remember, before I switch over to the indices, because I'm not going to trade gold market open. All right. Not trading gold market open. Just remember where we're at. Okay. Overall, huge selling pressure here, guys. Huge selling pressure here. Okay. Now is the probably the time where if it's going to break above 1767, you can start to see that it's going to start to come probably and touch the next key area, which is 1768, 1769. All right. And then before filling up maybe to this bearish engulfing candlestick, which originally happened. Okay. So just keep that in mind, guys. That's gold on the hourly. All right. Okay. So it's 925, guys. This is the new candle that is open. It's been 30 seconds. We're going to trade US 30 here. Okay, a lot of people like US 30. It's starting to form. Remember how I told you? As soon as that selling pressure happened, caught the initial dump, they pumped it right back up. Okay. All right. Look at this, starting to curl now. Okay, this is on the 9. Okay, look at this. It's starting to act like a diving board now. Okay, let's see if it's starting to get a push to the upside. All right. Remember where we're at. Keep this in mind. Previous consolidative structure. It's going to get, let's see if it's going to reject it or if it's actually going to pump out of this. Okay. So next area for key is this is the 930 candle. Okay. So let me just mark down a little bit of rules for you guys. All right. Okay, you guys, if you're new, I'm going to write this for a reason. I do this on every single call, okay? Don't trade the 930 candle. Maybe wait 10, 15 minutes because you're going to get a lot of erratic behavior, okay? Okay, keep this in mind. I like where we're currently going, okay? It's very bullish here. Overall, we have a downtrend, but I like where we're actually looking in terms of opportunities, okay? 935, 940, like I said, around this area. You can start to see this is where I might be looking at getting in. If it, I think it's going to happen is it's going to literally blow past. We know how US 30 trades. Very, very erratic, very, very bullish, very, very bearish, erratic behavior. So just keep this in mind. Okay, if it starts to break, guys, like I said, if it holds resistance here, you can start to sell it off. And this is the trapping gap, guys. This is looking like how we trade here, okay? Let's just wait and see here. All right, you guys need to understand that patience is key here. Patience is very, very key. All right, so if you guys are not familiar and you don't like the 9:30 candle open, just wait. There's no harm in waiting. Absolutely none. Okay. All right, guys. So like I said, look at this right here. There's about 2 minutes left, under 2 minutes. So if you're new, guys, don't trade 9:30. Wait 15 minutes, 10 minutes. You know, do not over leverage. Use proper risk management. Make sure you're understanding this stuff. Okay. Had a nice little sell-off here. Then it's been obviously continuing in the overall uptrend. Okay. Areas, if you're trading market open, keep this in mind. If it's going to hold down here, selling opportunities right at the initial where it is, 35144. Okay. If it starts to break bullish, 35157. Okay. Currently getting rejected. Okay, so there's about under a minute left here. Okay, let's check out Nasdaq for one quick second. Look what's going on with Nasdaq here. Okay, so you can see it bounced out of key support. It's forming exactly like US 30, guys. Okay, so if it's going to be continuously bullish, this is the alert that you're going to get right here. Okay, it needs to break through the 200. Okay, 151120 if it's going to continue that overall trend. Okay, you're going to have a lot of push-pull movement. I'm guaranteeing you right now. All right. Last check in before we go. There's your gold, guys. There's your gold, 1767. Okay, there's your gold. Remember I told you this was the overall entry rate up here. Okay, 929. There's about 20 seconds left. Gold is running, guys. So if you're looking at, if you're holding here, that's what it is. Okay, keep this in mind. Don't hold this forever. Okay, but that's what I told you. Stop loss, overall entry. Okay, back to US 30. New candles opening, guys. Okay, US 30. Starting to go, guys. Starting to go. Getting to 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, so it's just starting to open up. Remember? Look at the rejection, guys. Okay, hold strong here. Remember, a lot of head fakes coming out. All right. Gold is selling off too, guys. Keep this in mind. If you're in the gold buys, gold is selling off. Okay, I'm watching it on my other computer. Okay. This is why you wait, guys. Let it see the erratic behavior. Very erratic behavior on gold and US 30, guys. Okay. If you guys are leveraging, over leveraging, that's not how you trade. Like I say it right here. You know what I mean? If you're over leveraging, think you're going to get the YOLO crazy lots, it's not going to happen like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't really happen like that. Okay. The brokers and the market is not always going to allow you. That's why I use smaller lots, guys. I've had this on here and I said beforehand. So look at US 30 having that overall continuation. Didn't even break above there. Remember how I mentioned to you? Overall consolidative trap, right? 35144. See how it made up here? Rejected and started to sell off here. Okay. Okay, so 35087, very key area here, now starting to break. All right, that's the overall trade that we're still in here. If you're still in that overall sell, some people still might be. Okay, if not, like I said, you're just waiting 10-15 minute. All right, showing you options for both ways that people could still be in. They still, honestly, I have a feeling that maybe some people are still in this. Okay, they're wanting to this thing to go forever. All right, If they are still in the sell, they're lucky because they would have been at break even, but they would have had a continuation. All right. Guys, what are your spreads on US 30 and stuff like that? Okay, let's wait and see here, guys. It's still breaking below. This wick is breaking below this previous wick, okay? So it's starting to continuously make a downtrend, all right? You can see how it's starting to come. Okay, let's check out gold here. Look at gold, guys. Retesting overall entry here. Can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up for you, okay? I can't. Look at where it's retesting, that overall 200. There's nothing below it. They pushed all the way down. Retest the 200. Look at this big wick now. So if you're still in the buy, guys, make sure you're securing some of these. Start to secure it because they can fill this bottom wick and come back down. Okay? Look at this, guys. I'm telling you this right now. If it starts to fall back down and go below, there's no way that you should be losing if you got in at 1767. There's no way. At least 5-10 pips, guys. I'm telling you right now. Look to exit. All right? The thing ran all the way to there. All right, and I'll put on the price flag for you. It ran past the overall target. See, I had a target going right here, and it blew right past. Now you can see it's starting to retrace, fill that bottom wick. This is why I'm telling you. Okay, if you missed it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. But just keep in mind it's reversing now. See, heavy reversal now. Okay, starting to break below the 200. All right. Now selling off. Okay, there's US 30. So the next candle, this is still the 930 candle, guys. 6 seconds, the new one's going to open up, okay? You can see this I have at 9:45, right around here. Having a continuation. Let's go. Okay. Remember we talked about that overall push-pull movement, 930. Okay, this is a 935, okay? 935. If it's going to start to hold here, we're going to see if it's going to start continuing down or if it's going to walk its way up here, all right? Let's go on the higher time frame for 1 second here. You can see the bottom wick, guys. Bottom wick is at the previous candles right here, all right? Previous. All right. Okay, 3 minutes left on US 30. You can start to see now they're still continuing it overall bearish. Give it a little bit of time. You can start to see it maybe going to flop back in terms of retesting 35087 in terms of the buy. Okay, this happens all the time, guys. They push it one way and they pull it, and they push it and they pull it. All right. Okay, so remember, 9:30, wait 10-15 minutes. Okay, this is only 9:35. All right. And guys, when you're trading, don't do multiple positions. Honestly, especially a market open, it can be very detrimental. Just do one position, and then, like I said, if it's in your favor, exit out. Maybe do another one. You know what I mean? So just keep this in mind. All right. Kevin mentioned something about emotional trading, guys. I think it's very important you guys understand that emotional trading does happen, and it's very important you understand what emotional trading is. It's called revenge trading. Okay, I'm chilling here waiting. We had a nice sell here for about 50-60 pips depending on what it is. It's in a continuous sell. If you guys got this, that's phenomenal. Okay, if you guys got this, phenomenal. All right, but if you're now just waiting for it, just be patient, guys. Just be patient. It's still selling, it's still dropping off. US 30 is still very bearish. Okay, still very bearish from the overall trend from up here. Okay, as soon as it touched 15444, sorry, 15144, it started to sell off. And the reason why is you can tell overall bearish flag momentum, retracement here, selling off. Okay, what happened at 9:30 is the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, New York Stock Exchange. That's why you're getting this erratic behavior. So if you guys are not familiar, it's good that you're starting to learn this. There's your selling on US 30, guys. There's your continued sell. 35144 if you held it, you know what I mean, or how to retest. This is what you're looking at right here. Okay, starting to really dump. US 30, like I said, broke. Okay, overall 35084, started to sell. Okay, the initial candle that opened up looked like it was going to start to go into buying pressure here. Okay, the candle didn't close. All right, we opened that at 5 minutes. Okay, there's about a minute and 13 seconds left here. If you guys are not watching the clock, okay, you got to understand, you got to let the candles close to determine the next candle open. Okay, so if this closed bearish, you can assume that the next candle, watching it open, will either flicker red or green, and then you follow how it opens. That's how this works. Okay, you can see it went bullish here, was rejected, and then it started to sell off in a continuation. All right, this is why you're getting this massive drop here. Okay, so let's see what's going on with gold. Consolidating right now. Okay, so remember I was mentioning to you overall, if you're in that buy here, look at getting out because there's overall selling pressure starting to rise. Okay, this morning, guys, it's really garbage trading. Like I said, you're not getting many breakouts in terms of continuations. Okay, but gold, like I said, made a break 1767, didn't take partials. Like I said, now it's reversing. And guys, this is scalping. If you guys don't know what scalping is, okay, scalping is quick movements, 5, 10, 15 pips in and out. Okay, it's on the 5 minutes, so it's going to be a lot of erratic behavior. Okay, if you're not familiar with this and you've never done it, just watch the calls for a couple days. You know what I mean? Mondays, it's been erratic. Okay, it hasn't been the best trading, but there's sometimes where we catch a lot of really good moves here. For real, a lot of really good moves. Okay, but US 30 is still bearish, guys. Still bearish. Starting to really dump, guys. Really dump here. Okay, there's about 4 minutes left with this new candle starting to rise. We're now hovering right around this area right in here for US 30, okay? This area did not even get triggered in terms of the buy, okay? So just you leave that alone for now. Don't worry about that. Don't have any buy stops or sell stops or anything like that, okay? Nothing going. US 30 is still bearish from the overall continuation that we had here. It did not break above, okay? But now you can start to see these bottom wicks starting to form, all right? Jo, it's okay, my man. If people, like I said, they're not, they need to understand to just have a little bit of patience. Okay, I had someone literally just say in the chat, you said it was bullish. Okay, well, this candle was continuing bearish. Okay, it opened up bullish, which is when I was mentioning to you, and then it sank bearish. Okay, it's not like when I say something or when anyone says something that it's going to do exactly what it's saying. That's why you need to watch price. I'm live play-by-playing this for you so you understand here. It's going bullish. Okay, starting to walk up, and I bet you Nasdaq just hit a bullish overall trend. Let's see. There's your bullish trend on Nasdaq. There you go. 15120. Okay. All right. Look at Nasdaq, guys. Look at Nasdaq. Okay. US 30. So for that person who was saying, you know, US 30 you said was bullish, it maybe not just went on that candle. That's what I mean. Now it is going a little bit bullish. Remember I told you, let it settle, let it calm down. Let it calm down, let it make its erratic moves, okay? And then we'll follow the overall reversal trend. It always happens, guys, okay? Okay, guys, sorry, I'm just going to start posting some of this stuff now. Okay, so let's just watch now. We're starting to come in a 940, 945 candle. You can start to see. Wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you start to get the reversals. All right. If you guys haven't traded with us before, just be patient with it, guys. Because the guy literally just like he was yelling. He was like, he put it in cap locks. You said it was a buy. Well, I did say that this candle looked like it was a buy, but look at now this current candle is starting to go into a buy. All right. Okay, so just keep this in mind. Okay, so it starts to break. Listen to me. If it starts to break above 35157, look for a continuation. Okay, it's starting to push into an obviously a key area, but we have to wait and see if it's starting to gonna break this consolidative area before. Okay. Okay, so let's check out gold here. There's your gold trade. Look at holy shit. Look at gold, guys. Remember it rocked all the way down 1763. Okay. This is crazy. This is like this is why I haven't been looking at gold. Okay. Look at what's going on with gold here. Okay. Look at gold. Look at this big wick, guys. Like this is what happened over here. Okay. Eventually the sellers are going to take control, and 1763 is going to be the sell point. I'm telling you right now, they are breaking this down. They're trying to really hard. A lot of buyers are still in that area. Okay. 5-minute uptrend. They're still holding it there. Gold is doing crazy moves today, guys. Crazy. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. If you say someone is charting this absolutely perfect, it's not, because there's a lot of bottom wicks here, guys. A lot of bottom wicks here. Okay. Leave gold alone. Okay, if you're not familiar with gold, if you caught a couple pips down here, it's good. If you caught this breakout right here at 1767, the overall only area that I said that was going to with this arrow, 1768. Okay, so if you got that, that's good. But now look at gold, what it's doing. It's starting to break down and go bearish. Okay, trading these times are not always easy. Okay, they're not. It's not. Okay, so remember 1763.33 is a key area too. Okay, just keep this in mind. All right. Okay, guys, if you guys are not familiar with scalps and you guys don't have the right broker to do it, there's no point in you scalping. Okay, we'll end the call at 10, and like I said, we'll go more in the group, and we'll just roll with it like that. But for right now, guys, if you're not liking it in terms of the scalping opportunities, then it's totally okay. You know what I mean? A lot of brokers and spreads, they're not allowing you. That's why I ask you what you guys have. We work with Fusion Markets, very good spreads. Trust me when I say this. Okay, so you can start to see right at the bottom if you have any questions. Okay, here they are right there. Okay, you can check it out. This is who we use currently. Okay. Okay, so there's now about 3 minutes left on this candle here. Scalping people don't understand. They don't. They like doing the long-term trades and stuff like that. Now you're starting to walk it up on US 30. Okay. Guys, I post them all in the group, in the Telegram group. If you guys want to see it, go ahead. I have our guys scalping out, running out right now, I'm telling you. Guys in our group are sending profit tickets like crazy. Okay? Even the guys in the group saying it's choppy, so they understand. Scalping groups, guys, they understand that gold right now, US 30, very, very choppy. This one isn't as choppy. Remember I told you to wait 10-15 minutes? This is now the 945 candle, okay? And you can start to see what area that's starting to get in, okay? US 30 starting to break. Let's wait and see if it's going to have a continuation, okay? So we'll target right here, guys. Keep this in mind. And if it starts to walk up, we're looking for the 200, okay? Leave gold alone, guys. Leave gold alone. Leave gold alone. Okay, look at gold. A lot of people are asking about gold. Look at, like, just look overall, okay? Let's look overall. Look at all these wicks, okay? Look at all these wicks that are starting to form here, okay? Is there anything you can do about it? No, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. You can email the market guys. You can email, you know what I mean, whoever run, you know what I mean. You can email them saying, why are you having these wicks, whatever it is, you know what I mean. But it doesn't work like that. You have to react based on the market, okay? That's it. That's it. We had 2 people pass their MFF challenges today, guys, so congratulations. For real, huge congrats. Okay. Okay, let's check out US 30 here. Okay, US 30 is attempting to, guys. See? MFF is my Forex funding. You can check it out. I don't mind giving them a shout out. A lot of guys are using them right now. They're pretty good. My Forex funds, you can check them out, okay? Pretty good. I've never used them, but we do have a lot of our guys using them, so you can check it out, okay? Just showing you this, okay? Okay, look at US 30, guys. It's trying to find good support. It's trying to close above here. Getting a lot of rejection, okay? A lot of resistance here. Okay, let's check out how the DXY is going to do for right now. Okay, guys, look at what the DXY is potentially forming right here. You can see this. They're finding really good consolidative structure right here, finding bottoms. Okay, you can start to see right here. All right, selling off, finding good support right here, trying to push, was rejected yet again. They're closing it below 94. All right, below 94. This thing breaks, guys. Like, you can start to see what this is forming. What is this forming right here? What is the DXY forming? What does the DXY look like it's currently forming? Okay, you can see. Let's wait and see if it's actually going to get a continuation with this overall. Yes, now guys are starting to say it. Okay, starting to say it. Double bottom. If it continues like this, guys. Okay, so the overall neckline would be right here. Okay, if it starts to continue, let's see. Okay, it looks like a good. A lot of people are saying perfect double bottoms, this and that. Okay, understand this. Okay, it's going at it. All right, let's check out gold now. Okay, it's still that same area, 1763.33. They're not letting it break below there. They're not letting it break below there just right now. Okay, they're starting to get that bottom wick. You can see A lot of bottom wicks are forming here, guys. A lot of bottom wicks. All right. Let's check out Nasdaq for one quick second here. Look at Nasdaq, guys. Nasdaq ran huge, huge. Okay. Look, it started to push, having its retest here. So if you guys got in Nasdaq, remember the target was 151.20. Okay. Keep this in mind. All right. Kev, gold and US 30, they can be correlated. It depends on a lot of different factors. Okay, one, news, because a lot of times news can drop. It can eradicate everything. But generally, a lot of the times that I've found when trading, and I think a lot of other people have too, that gold is, and like I said, it has that erratic behavior, but it has to be correlated, and you can double check that just by going back and forth and clicking on them. Okay, so. Back up. If yes, okay, so that's a good. He's making a good point. If you guys understand this, you can set buy and sell stops. Just make sure you have a stop loss set. Okay, you can do that entering manually in your MetaTrader 4. Okay. All right. So just keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. Okay. The only thing that you have to be aware of is your spreads. Okay, because these brokers, I've had it before when I'm in the group. Okay. And we give them a buy stop and sell stop limit, and what will happen is it'll come back down, okay, and it'll trigger, okay, and then it'll reverse right away, and it's just because the spread is getting you out. Okay, huge spread, okay, maybe a smaller spread depending what it is, they knock you in and then they take you automatically out. That is the only thing that you need to be aware of when you're trading with pending stop orders. Okay, that's the only thing you got to be careful. So make sure when you're doing that you're always using a proper stop loss. Okay. All right. So look at US gold, still holding above. Okay, that 5-minute uptrend. I think tomorrow what we're gonna do is I'm gonna, instead of maybe a Nasdaq, I might do a. What would you guys want to see? GU or GJ? GBP USD or GJ, GBP JPY. Okay, there's US 30 attempting to break again. Okay, you can start to see 35178. It's really trying. There's a lot of top wick here, guys. The rejection is key. So if you're in this, like I said, it's not getting that overall push that we're looking for. So just make sure you have a nice tight stop loss. Okay, if you don't know where to put it, have it nice and tight. If it's in break even, understand already that it's key, right? It's not getting that overall push. If you want to give it a little room to breathe, you totally can. Okay, it's consolidated within this trap. It's pushed above here. Okay, but now the overall resistance is 35178. Okay, not getting that push just because of these top wicks. All right, so let's just wait and see if it's going to hold or if it's going to push. Okay, GU. Okay, a lot of people who like GU and GJ. Okay, it's still trying, guys. It's still trying. You can see it's still really trying. Okay, today was a really choppy session, guys. Honestly, today was like really choppy. Gold, like initially, it just kept selling, trying to sell. We got those big bottom wicks. Okay, but US 30, we're gonna see if it's gonna start to continue here. All right, it needs to break 35178 for continuation. Okay, I know a lot of guys are trading it. Okay, so I'm going to go back and look at who's saying GU, GJ. I'll take a poll with my members too, and then we're going to go from there. So guys, if you don't mind, there's like about 1,100 people on here. I know the trading's been a little bit off today. It's just the way it kind of trades. If you guys can maybe get the likes up a little bit, just helps the video trend. You know what I mean? If we do, guys, maybe I'll start a little bit early tomorrow. We can roll with it like that. I don't mind. I don't mind starting. I just have to do a lot of admin work and stuff like that. So just keep this in mind, okay? But if you guys want, just get that likes up for me, and then we're good to go, okay? Okay, so look at US 30, guys. I don't like this bottom, this top wick, guys. Just be mindful. I was saying that before. Okay, it's very, very iffy right now. Okay, it's not getting that push. So if you're in this, guys, make sure you understand you have your stop loss nice and tight. Okay, just keep in mind it's getting rejected. Okay, the wick is still higher, but you can see it's not getting that overall push. The wick is still higher than this previous wick, but it's still getting a lot of selling pressure here, guys. A lot of selling pressure here. So if you didn't catch it from down here at the bottom, okay, bullish engulfing right here, then you know what I mean, it's still getting a little bit rejected here. So if you caught it from down here, you guys are good. Like I said, move your stop loss to break even, but right here it's getting that hold up simply because that consolidative area. So I think people are saying gold. Let's check out gold here. There you go, guys. Did not break below here. Okay, did not break below 1763.33. Okay, went back up and went right into 1767. Okay, huge reversal area, guys. Huge. This is why I said maybe leave gold alone, okay, for the time being. I did mention to you though that 1767 was a very key area, and the reason why I said around this area is because it's right around the 200. Okay, it's on a 5-minute overall uptrend. You see from the bottom here, from the bottom, they're starting to sell it off, but they're not letting it break. Okay, we had some guys in the chat asking. Okay, we had him asking, is that a key sign that gold is trying to hold support? Yes, it is. Okay, look at all these bottom wicks here. Okay, nothing was breaking down below, and this big dirty wick, we were looking at another, I think we were looking at US 30 or Nasdaq. Okay, but look, even still, it came right back in and out. Okay, so just keep this in mind. We originally had this going bullish from 1767 at this wick right here. Okay, so these key areas, just because it rejects, okay, and sells off and trades another area, does not mean that they're still good. Okay, does not mean that they're still good. Okay, US 30, guys, because gold is bullish, I have a feeling it's going to be bearish. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, look at what I was telling you, get those wicks, maybe exit your trade, close it. We'll look for something else. Okay, look at gold, still running. Okay, check out Nasdaq for 1 second. Nasdaq is still forming and still holding above that key area of 15,138. Okay, so they're still pushing. Okay, they rejected at the high 15,163, sold off, but now holding this overall support right here. Okay, starting to make its way up. All right. Okay, it pushed, guys. It pushed. Okay, remember I was telling you to get out, and it's just because of the top wick, but they finally pumped it back up. Here could be the retracement. Okay, it's a fight. It's a battle right now, guys. You can see it's right at the 200. It's breaking out a consolidative state. It's looking pretty good though. There we go. There we go. I know I was telling you guys to look to get out. Okay, it is what it is. You know what I mean? In terms of, I would rather you guys get out and then this thing start to tank. You know what I mean? If you held it, I know a lot of people, they do their own thing, man. I trust me. I've heard a lot of people say this. Okay, they held it and you're looking good. Okay, the support and resistance lines, guys, are not auto generated. Okay, okay, so US 30 still running, guys, still running. Okay, no Wookie, no, we did a top down, man. Okay, top down analysis starting from the daily all the way down to the 5. Okay, okay, about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here. So you can see the overall wick broke above here, so that's a good sign. It's a good sign when it starts to break above the 200 because it shows that it's obviously piercing it. Now we need it to hold above here. Okay, now we need it to hold above here. All right. Okay, it's 2 minutes left here. We're going to stay on this one and watch it. Make sure, guys, really choppy session here, okay? So whenever these sessions are like this, okay, just please understand, just take your stop loss and move it to break even if you took this trade, okay? If you're down here, do the same thing. If you don't use stop losses, understand that they're very important. It's like a condom. It protects you guys, for real. I know it's the best, it's a weird way to put it, but if it's the truth, okay? Stop loss acts as exactly what I just said. It protects you from the overall trades reversing, okay? Guys, I don't know about gold anymore. I'm looking at it. It's very erratic right now. I'm just going to leave it alone. You can see all these wicks. This chart is disgusting. Okay, it's not nice. Look at all these bottom wicks. Just horrible, horrible to trade. Okay, so I'm just leaving it alone right now. We're going to focus on US 30. Okay. I'm not scalping gold because, as you can tell by the erratic movements, I know when to just kind of walk away from it. And right now, it's just US 30 was the better trade idea. Okay. So US 30 is still running, guys. And please, like, just hear me out for a second here, okay? Like, I know you guys are watching it, so I'm getting your attention. But if you don't trade 930, do you understand something? If you don't trade it, there's a reason why. Give it some time. Let it sink. 945 was the initial start of this bullish break here, okay? And as you can see, it reverses. You know what I mean? So just keep this in mind. I say this for a reason. I have no other intentions behind this, okay? So look, here's your retest now, 35197. Look for it to come down and retest the 200 and this overall support line right here, okay? You can do stop entries pending orders, okay? On my free FX, the free Instagram, you can start to see I'm putting pending orders in there to show you guys. You can start to use those if you'd like. I put that on there for a reason, okay? Okay, getting a bottom retest here. Here's your retest candle. Let's see if it's now going to break and continue. What's our next structure here? Look at where we're at, guys. If it US 30 breaks here, it's starting to come up. It's eventually can come up to this area right here if it's going to continue really bullish here. Okay. Look for a quick little pullback. You can see it's starting to get a top wick. All right. Let's see that one first. Absolutely. Muhammad, I can't pronounce your first name, brother. I'm so sorry. Don't force yourself to trade, guys. If you're not comfortable, you don't need to do it. Absolutely. That's why I walked away from gold, guys. Do you understand? I know when to walk away. Okay, for real. I've been doing this for a little bit longer. That is, you call it, and you know what I mean. It's good to go. Okay, so 35197 is acting as support here. Okay, if it's going to start to break, guys, look at closing this trade because it can start to sell down to 35178. Okay, for real. This trade is running overall bullish. Okay, it ran almost 50 pips. Okay, 50 points. Okay. Okay, so it's 10:07, guys. Let's check out this gold for 1 second here for last, you guys. See where gold is trading now? Not too much happening. Okay, 1767. Still above here, but now it's getting rejected in its overall demand. All right. Okay, so remember, they're starting to, guys, listen, remember I told you they're starting to break here. Start to secure some of your partials. Leave maybe a runner if you'd like. Okay, so if you got in from down here and you're, say, using like, I don't know, 1.0 or something like that, small, which is like $1, maybe take away 50% of that and leave a runner. Okay, and then move your stop loss to break even. A lot of the times US 30s guys have done that. Okay, where you can get a nice little break, retest, confirmation, take some profits, and then you leave a runner. Okay, I've showed this a few times. All right. Okay, see right here. About a minute left. We're going to wait and see how this is going to form here. All right. Okay, under a minute. Let's see if it's going to get this push, guys. Remember, move your stop losses to break even if you're in this. Okay, keep this in mind, guys. If you were slicing buys down there, phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. All right, I waited. You see this is 940. Nothing was there. Okay, I waited for 945. All right, and this is the reason why. 10-15 minutes after, usually 15 minutes I'm finding, and it's the first 15-minute candle usually has the reversal. Usually, doesn't always happen like that. Okay, usually. All right, so keep this in mind. Okay, guys, but it's 10:10. We're gonna start the call maybe a little bit early tomorrow. I'll let you guys know in the group. Okay, but give me one quick second here, guys. I know it's a little bit erratic behavior today, but if you guys have any questions about you know what I mean, our group and stuff like that, we signed up a good amount of people today and the weekend for our boot camp that we have coming up. Okay, but if you're not familiar with what's going on here, okay, this is our membership. All right, we have, this says 24 now, but we've upped that. It's roughly 50 hours plus a week we're trading. We do 4 Tokyo sessions in our private Zoom, we do 3 London sessions, and we have 2 webinars. Okay, keep this in mind. We give trade ideas that we're going to start be doing more pairs as well. We update them in the chat group, and so stay in tune for that. Okay, we also upload everything to the website for our back end. So it's like we have 52 weeks that we did our beginners course. Now we're doing more advanced webinars, which are uploaded. Okay, all right, if you guys want, this is coming soon, our trading tax consulting. Trust me when I say you need to make sure you understand how to do this stuff. If you don't, we'll have more information on this ready. This is going to be a capped audience right here. We're not going to have many people allowed in this just because it's going to involve a lot. Okay, so it's first come first serve. All right, so now, guys, if you have questions about our social media and where we're at, we have Instagram right here, YouTube, Facebook, and Telegram. Okay, guys, listen, I'm going to tell you something right here. There are fake scammers out there trying to be us. All right, fake scammers. Okay, if you guys fall for it, you shouldn't. Always go here, join our Telegram through this link right here, or message our website, and we'll be able to help you out based on that. Okay, this is our broker. Okay, Fusion Markets. You can check it out. All right. If you guys want to join our newsletter, this is what we suggest, because we're going to send you some free content. We're going to send you more information on our boot camp, and we're going to do a boot camp number 2 coming up in the new year. Okay, so just keep this in mind. All right, so here's some examples of what we've done in the past. You know, multiple trade entries, 100 pips on US 30 in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Just some overall good informative blogs. All right. And like I said, if you guys want to take it to the next and you guys want to check it out, we don't have obviously just a monthly 2. We have a PayPal plan with 3, 6, 12 months. Okay, so you can check it like that. In our 101, guys, these are filling up fast. Okay, like for real, we only have a certain amount of time, and like this week we're almost booked. Okay, so next week we're booking into 2 weeks and the week following. So when you guys, if you guys do decide to do this, you have to email us first to confirm a time. All right, because these are booking very, very fast. All right, and then obviously we have our broker here of choice. Okay, so guys, the reason why we go YouTube and stuff like that is because we pay it forward. We want to give back to the community and stuff like that. Our channel is growing very, very fast. Usually the days are a bit better. Today was a bit of a head fake day, so wasn't necessarily the best time to trade gold. But if you're still in US 30, guys, you can see it starting to sell off a little bit. So if you have any questions, guys, remember just www.stocksnipertrading.com, okay, and you can check it out like that. All right. So let's check out gold here. So look at gold, guys. So remember 1767 was a key area, started to break above, still making higher highs. Now you're getting your overall sell-off here, okay? Look at this sell-off right now in gold, all right? If it starts to close and starts to 200, this could be a bearish engulfing candlestick. But this is, like I said, when you know to stay away from gold, just stay away. It's just too much head fake, all right? Not much, there's no point in staying in this and waiting for you to get burned, okay? And then same with US 30. Remember, I was telling you guys, look to secure, okay? Didn't run forever. Now we're reversing, starting the overall trade right here, okay? And let's see if the DXY did not happen in terms of a double bottom. Okay, you can see it was rejected, which had that overall selling pressure starting to form. So, but guys, all right, so you can see that today was a bit choppier. No day is perfect, okay? We can catch pips. You've watched the calls before, usually pretty good. Tomorrow we'll recoup. Like I said, for our members, we have our Tokyo session and then we have a London session. And then tomorrow I'll start a bit earlier as well, okay? And we'll get into maybe a little bit gold, US 30 a little bit earlier, okay? So guys, thank you so much for, like I said, the actual support in the group. And in terms of the likes and stuff like that, we have over 500 likes, which is huge. So we'll definitely be looking for some more growth tomorrow and stuff like that. So guys, have a great day. I hope everyone, like I said, make sure you watch the news and make sure to practice proper risk management. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a great day and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, goodbye.